Alright, welcome back to video number 3 where we're going to talk about the discussion board. And so when you click on Blackboard, over here you're going to have a tab under course content that says small group discussion. Yours is going to look different than mine because yours will only have your group. So all of you are enrolled in a group, and so each group has 10 members in it, and so you are randomly enrolled in the group, and so you'll either be in group 1, 2, or 3. So when you click on your group, you're going to see the name of everybody that's listed in your group, and then you're going to have two buttons, Group Discussion Board and Send Email. Send Email is a good way to, if you miss anything or you don't understand anything, to ask all of the people in your group. And so you can go to Tools and ask everybody in the class if you need to, if you want to email everyone. But if you simply have a question that you want answered probably quicker, you can just send an email to everyone in your group if you don't understand something. But for your group discussion, you're going to click on Group Discussion Board, and then what you're going to see is your first discussion board. And so you are never going to click on Create Forum. That is not what you're doing. I don't know if you can do it on your side, but in case, you don't ever click that. And so you also don't click Edit. I've had students do that before. I don't know if that's available on all of your end, but you don't do that either. And so here is your discussion question. Discuss the pros and cons of free college for all. For this prompt, read the articles below and check out the requirements for free college in other countries. Many times we taught other countries, but do not fully understand the restrictions and requirements that come along with certain government-provided programs. So you're going to click on both of these. Once you click on both of these articles, you're going to come back and you're going to hit Discussion 1, and you're going to say Create a Thread. And then you can title it whatever you want to title it, whether your response or not, or if you just want to say Discussion 1, it really doesn't matter to me. And then you are going to give us, as you read your syllabus, you will see, you're going to give us 4 paragraphs, minimum 16 sentences. This is collegiate writing. This is not a text that you're sending someone. And so you need to make sure that when you are responding that you are sitting down at a computer, not a phone, and if you're using a phone, then you need to make sure that you are spell checking and not submitting things such as I. That is that's lowercase. I always needs to be capitalized. And so many times people do this on a phone, and that's not acceptable collegiate writing. And so when people tell you they want a one-pager, it is an expectation that paragraphs are a minimum of 4 sentences. And so a one-pager should be a minimum of 4 paragraphs, 4 sentences each, so a minimum of 16 sentences. So if you don't submit a response, your first response with a minimum of 16 sentences, you will not get full credit. And so if you read your syllabus, you will know that you need to submit your first response on Wednesday, by Wednesday of each week, and then come back Thursday through Friday for a second response. And so you will come up with your answer to discuss the pros and cons of free college for all. You are not to rewrite the question. You are just simply to answer it, and you're supposed to put it in a 1-page format. And so you start off, you type wherever you say, in reference to the question above, I do believe college should be free for all. Or, I do not believe college should be free. And then you are going to tell us the reasons why. You can refer to each one of these articles. You can refer to your own personal experiences. You can refer to articles that you may have read. This first response does not matter to me. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. It's your opinion, your point of view based on whatever experiences or information that you may have. Okay? And so once you are done, you're going to hit Submit. Now, I ask you not to attach a file, and the reason why is everybody has to go and then download your file to read it. So I ask that you type it into this text box, or open up a Word document, type it out, copy and paste it into here. And the reason I say that is sometimes you get busy typing away, and then all of a sudden you hit Submit and your Wi-Fi timed out, and now you don't have it. If you did it on a Word document first, then you have it, and so you copy and paste it in here. So what I'm asking is, do not attach a file, because then everybody has to download it. Once you hit Submit, you will then come back to this screen. If other people have posted, you will see their response. but you cannot see anyone else's first response until you create your own. And so once you create your own, if anyone else has responded, it'll be there. If you're the first person, you're not going to see anyone. And so you have through Wednesday to submit your first response, which is 20 points. So it needs to be minimum 16 sentences and posted by Wednesday of each week. Then you're going to come back Thursday through Sunday and you are going to give a response. So what you're going to do is you're going to see everyone else here listed. And so I'm going to go to my former classes and just show you quickly. And so when you come back, you will then be able to see other people. And so what you are going to do then is you are going to click on someone else's and you are going to read their information and then you are going to reply to them. So once you get done reading them, if it's someone you want to reply to, you are going to click on reply. So Thursday through Sunday, you come back to reply to those people in your group. Okay, and so when you reply, you are going to give me a minimum of 2 paragraphs and you are going to attach a scholarly article or a scholarly link. And so you are going to come back. Again, you go back to your group discussion, you will click on your group, you will go to discussion board, and you will click discussion 1, and then if other people have replied, it will be here. You will read through them. If you choose to answer more than one person, then you can do 1 paragraph per person. But if you're only going to respond to one person, then you need to give a 2-paragraph response. So that's going to be a minimum of 8 sentences. But the more people that you respond to, I will go ahead and take a 2-paragraph response. However, on this one, you're also going to provide some kind of scholarly article or link to show support of that person. And so one question that my other students answered was in reference to marijuana, whether they think marijuana for medicinal use should be legalized. And so you give your own opinion. If you have data and information and links at that point, that's fine. But when you come back, you're going to agree or disagree with people in the reply, and then you are going to supply a scholarly article or link that supports it. And so where do I find these things? Usually anytime it's government based, it's going to be okay. So if I'm going to say marijuana, and I'm going to say Center for Disease Control. Right? And so I click on it, and it's going to give me a .gov. Then yes, if I'm going to say what are the effects of cannabinoids and are they bad for us, good for us, then I'm going to find something on here that's going to say yes, that agrees with what you're saying, or no. And I simply can do Control Copy. And then whenever you want to, in Blackboard, do a hyperlink. Let me see, it's going to take a while now. Whenever you want to do a hyperlink, so here I'm going to put it down, but now I want to hyperlink it, I need to highlight it, insert link, I'm going to paste it in there and then hit insert, and then you see it turns to a hyperlink. So everybody needs to practice doing that because it will not simply be a hyperlink on its own. So you will need to turn it into a hyperlink. So you can search for government documents, but here's what you're not going to do. You're not just going to type in marijuana and go to a site that is not going to be valid. So you're not going to go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not considered a primary resource document. You're going to go to .govs, right? WebMD we could look at. Forbes, it's a secondary resource. We would have to look at it a little carefully, but I'm not going to go to places like High Times, right? We're not going to use any type of site that is .com usually. So .com stands for commercial, which can be paid for and doesn't have to necessarily be factual information. But when we look at .govs, .edus, those are the places we're looking for. But also what you need to know is that whenever you go to college, part of your tuition is to pay for libraries. And in the libraries, you have access. So we're going to go students, current students. So in the libraries, you have access to articles, because whenever you type in sometimes and you look for scholarly articles, you don't get what you're looking for, or it costs money. And so here, when you go to the school's data, I misspelled it. When you go to the school database, it is going to look up all of these articles for you. And so it's going to give you those articles from these magazines and articles. They're called scholarly journals that you would normally have to pay for. And you usually want to click on full text, meaning something that you could read completely. And so if you find, oh, this definitely goes with no, I don't think marijuana use should be legalized, I can download that PDF. And so I'm going to download it. And then I'm going to come back, and then I can attach that file. Okay, so I go into my computer. I just put it on my desktop. Thought I put it on my desktop. I saved it somewhere. Wherever I saved it, you would just click on it and you would press open. Okay, and so that's what I want to see for your second response. So you come back Thursday through Sunday and give a second response, and it has to have a scholarly link or article that is going to support or dispute someone else's reply. And remember, we are learning how to be collegiate students here, so we are going to learn how to do this civilly. Unfortunately, we are living in a society now that people don't agree with us. We don't know how to handle that. And so part of this class is for you to learn to be a critical thinker and to, yes, say to people I disagree with you, but learn how to do it in an appropriate manner. So this is what a response should look like. So this is one from one of my other students. This was another question. And so this is a minimum of 4 paragraphs and a minimum of 4 sentences. Everything is capitalized, periods, and commas. This is what collegiate writing should look like. This is the expectation for you. Then when you come back for a reply, this right here did not get her full credit. She only responded to one person, and she gave me 1 paragraph that was only 3 sentences. So in your reply, when you click on to reply to someone, you're going to see it says RE. You're going to then give me 2 paragraphs, so a minimum of 8 sentences of why you agree with them or disagree with them, and then you're going to give a scholarly link or article that is going to support that. And so this is worth another 20 points. So each discussion board is going to be worth 40 points. We have 5 that we will be doing, so it's a total of 200 points. It could drop your letter grade by 200 points. So that's 2 letter grades if you don't complete them each week. So Monday through Wednesday, you come and you give me your response to you give your first response to the discussion question, and then you come back Thursday through Sunday to reply to someone. Again, your reply needs to be minimum 8 sentences, 2 paragraphs, and have a scholarly article or link attached to it. However, if you respond to more than one person, then I'll take 1 paragraph, but you need to have a scholarly link or article attached to one of them. So that is your discussion board. And so your first one is due on Wednesday. It's already in there, and all of you are in your groups. So that is the end of video number 3.